Hey everybody, welcome back to Wargame and not the other game that people keep asking me about. I will not play it. I will not play it. I be it privately or on my channel. Simply don't want to. For a few reasons, but one of which is just simply it doesn't look interesting to me what I want from the game. From like gameplay perspective and such, right? So there you go. Either way, more wheel. We have two choices left. Baltic front and in China. In the Donald Trump way. So let's just see what we got. Oh, it's a oh no, okay, it's Baltic. All right, Baltic it is. I don't remember what we had last time. Thing is, when you're doing this, you will often confuse like Baltic with Finland, right? Because maybe I have something with Ito 90s on Highway in the back of my mind, but this was probably the most recent Finland deck we played. Support, yeah. Oh no, that was the Plunging Valley game. Maybe this was the highway game. Let's see what we had with Baltic. There was Finland. There's Baltic with mech. Oh, right. So no mech on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town. Honestly, most specs should be pretty viable. If we get support again, I don't know how much Poland would add. I can't imagine it's a ton, so just not support, please. Marines is interesting. Excuse me. I don't think Finland alone might have Marines, but maybe they do. I know the Pion PSV, for example, is in Marines. I'm just checking. Oh, they have Marines available. I mean, Baltic definitely has because Poland has literally a shock Marine squad, right? With the Niebieski Bereti, their Marines, I'm pretty sure. But let's see what category we have, because if we got Kere, we're in for a good ride. Ooh, yes, baby. Okay. Gotta make sure that I'm not too sensual with my excitement. Okay. What is the code for Baltic again? Some of these I just forget. It's, oh yeah, Finpo, of course. I'm pretty optimistic about this deck, I have to be honest. Very optimistic, in fact. Not saying it's like a top tier meta deck or something, but it has some good stuff available. And I'm curious about the prototypes. Because I played a lot of Red 4 Marines, and there's a lot of Finnish units in there, and Polish units with the MiG-29. And PNP's Wheel and Jared here, like I said. Ranikos are in there. Ito 90 is in there. I wonder if the KT is also in there. I think this squad would have the KT available, so that might already be, I'm not sure if we can afford to run the XA here, because we might need it for other infantry. Eriko should probably also... Oh my god, this is actually really good. Do we need to sail? Hopefully not. If we do, we're gonna have to replace some stuff. Okay. We don't get the KT. We don't get any of the transports, but that's okay. Ranikos are gonna be pretty good. 3 cards might be a bit overkill. I might want some Niebieski Bereti. They did, especially with the Tobas 2A, they actually did really well. Do we dare run 3 cards up with it? Probably not. I think this might be... Do we want like 1 card? Oh, right, hold on. I want the base ones actually. Hold up. There you go. I don't want to pay 5 points for an RPG-7V and a slightly better MG. Which, yeah. The primary is exactly the same, except it has a different name. I don't know what the difference is between the KBK Tantal and the KBK AKM. Oh, it's a different caliber. So the AKM versus the AK-74, I suppose. Isn't it? What's the... Look, I'm not an expert, right? But wasn't the 74 the variant? Or, well, one of the variants that chambered into the 545? I don't know, man. I'm just... This stuff I know from Tarkov, man. Let's run 2 cards for now, because we will need, obviously, spikes. This is also a great card. Actually, part of me wants to run them, the other part of me wants more infantry in here, but let's put them in for now. We don't need man pads because I'm pretty sure we do get air decoys. It's really good. Oh, and we don't have a lot of XAs available here. That's gonna be a shame. I guess we can live with having one of them in a helicopter. Support of E290, right? Yeah, E290 is amazing. Nema and Osa is both great. Was this the only mortar we get? Well, at least it is a mortar. In the last Marine deck, we obviously didn't have any mortars. Right, we just played Poland Marines, so we know what we get from... Well, we played 85 Poland Marines, to be fair. So, what were we even missing in the... I guess Neva and the Sopel, right? Neva is probably still worth putting in. We gotta keep in mind we don't Cat B or Cat C, so we only have 55 activation points to work with. Maybe I'll just stick with the Osa AK. Just comfier. And with our other APs being so expensive, I do like supporting it with a more cheaper piece. Artillery. Nothing really standing out. Basically get the Grad or Gvostikas. I might just skip Arty, depending on how many activation points we'll need. We don't need much more than this in here. Because we have these bad boys in here. And honestly, you might run 2 cards. 4 or 6 isn't that much. There's actually an argument to be made to run only 1 card of air decoys in this scenario. Or maybe just not run a Recon Helo. Do we have a cheap... Not very cheap. Don't get any of the MI2s and Poland Marines? You get a transport. I was considering running just like 25 point or something MI2 and suicide that in the opener for some line of sight. The thing is, I also want like a ground-based shock Recon that's more affordable, but we have Pion PSVs as well. We should be fine with just having 4 ground-based Recon infantry, I think. It's not amazing, but I dislike not having the option to run a Recon Helo. At the same time, maybe you can make the argument this deck might not need it as much because it's so fast and shouldn't need the time to react as it wants to be the one reacted to. We'll come back to this. In here, nothing is really amazing. This is a salvo of 4. I might just go back to the BRDM2 Concourse. It's pretty good for the price. The thing with this is it has a single tube, so it has to reload after every single missile for 5 seconds, which is annoying. Whereas this one can just fire 5 in a row. And it did pretty decently in our last match. MI8TKT is still really, really good. Not a lot to choose from here, but more than before. MiG-29 is obviously very good. You can play Finland Marines and you get a single plane in the air tab, huh? And these are basically the 2 planes we get compared to last time. 2 amazing planes. I'm surprised that the Seed Su-22 is not available. Making me like double check whether I've chosen like wrong settings. Go for veteran. We shouldn't. You know what? Elite. I don't know if I'll. Then again, we might just buy them purely for meat shielding. How did I think about it? These guys we can definitely upfed. I think I'm actually fine with this. Not quite fine with this order. Usually I want like ASFs first, then the rest by like price descending, and then the last one is like a Helo Hunter. So I think I'll stick with something like that. And yeah, literally nothing else to choose from. So we have sort of 7 activation points. Alright. So we can definitely put in Vostikas again. They're identical, right? Yeah, they are. I like this for like base defense. Soba is also a decent choice, of course. Better availability now. And then I think for artillery, just take a card of Gvostikas. Anything at 2 activation points, maybe in here. The Terra Musti is probably still like worth like worth something. It doesn't have the range or something of other recourse rifle jeeps, but it has 16 AP, which is neat. Infantry tab. We don't have a ton of infantry, but with having up class now, something like BVP spam and force should be much less of an issue. So we shouldn't need as much infantry. That said, I still would like to have like a third card of these. Also, by the way, I don't let's take the grad. Screw it. It's not like I would consider the Gwastika to be better, but the grad is not unusable or anything, really. So let's take the grad just because it doesn't see any love. Probably because it doesn't deserve any. I want to see if there's even an argument to be made to like put in the odd top as 2 AP just to have something that can be annoying to a helicopter, like the odd helicopter or something. And we have Raskas and Korime to help the spikes as well. Yeah, screw it. Let's take another card of these. There's we don't have a lot of squads available. Then again, they also help against infantry. I'll stick with this. I'll stick with my first instinct. And I'll stick with the 2 toppers to ace. So yeah, honestly looks fine. Planes aren't that great, but if you like I said last time, Red 4 mixed Marines has basically just enough good planes available to it to fill the air tab. So having essentially what I would say are 3 good planes out of 7 when it comes to just 2 nations is solid. Big Twin 1 Bis isn't the worst plane out there either. This is at least like usable. This is just meat shields essentially. Really, is no real better use for it. At least not when you have all this other stuff available. And good air defense. Okay. So I shall see you in a second. Once we find our ranked game. Alright, obviously we want an infantry focused map, like not Mudfight. Well, to be fair, I said it pretty much 90% of the time, so. I mean, 90% of the time, the decks I'm playing, because of all the restrictions, are decks that usually don't fare too well in Mudfight. So, it's bound to happen every now and then. But like. What the? Are you just. What are you doing, man? Alright, well. For Elo, I guess. I'll see you in a second for the next game. Alright, we got. Doctor. Voice reveal. We got the General Boulanger, I think this is. Who's also, on his main account, rank 1, in case you didn't know. Okay, well this is a solid map, and we got what I'd consider the better side, at least if you're playing in deck that I'm playing. Because we can try, or I will try to make the best out of this present forest here, I think. I don't think I just want to push straight up into here, in a small area. Just close this on the side. My god, my voice. I'm probably just gonna try to play wide in that forest. And maybe in the long run, actually, instead of going for a 2-point, well, it depends on how it turns out. I'll just hydrate here. And try to take full control of Fedor. Because against a deck like mine, I think once I get in there, it's really hard to get rid of me. But getting there is also really hard. You want to be fast and like get your opponent, catch him by surprise. I will start with an E290 down here. On the left, I'll definitely get Spike, air recoils. You know what? I will also go drop with an air recoils, I think. I want to drop them immediately in there. Also get you on top of that. Do I still want to try? You know what? I'm gonna land with another air recoils there, just to slow our opponent down. Get these behind. Get one for you. Got one of you in mid as well. For the forest, we definitely want these. I don't think we need one of you in the forest there. Get some of you. I want the second civvy, honestly. What do I leave in terms of CVs? Or of ACV? Maybe the T55A is better? Okay, I think this should be good enough. 3 of you is the whole lot. Maybe I'll actually skip the Erikois in there and just... Maybe I'll only get 2 of you and 3 squads of you on top instead. Yeah, let's try that. Take it around with the Yaranico. And then have the reinforcements come in form of the Niebieski. Overall, and they're playing against something like Baltic Motive, which is essentially our deck but better. We should have a very capable deck here. Like the main thing that this deck is missing, specifically compared to like Baltic Motive, is the KT and the KT with Yakari. That is obviously a ridiculously strong unit slash card. Now I am prepared that I'm gonna lose one of these Pumas, but I do hope that at least one of them is gonna stick. If there's an anti-air helo, it can't be at both sides. If there's an anti-helicopter plane, at least by the time one is dead, I hope I can unload the other one, even if it isn't in position yet. Taking quite a long time. For a mere ranked match on an alt account. But maybe, who knows, maybe he's gotta go AFK for a second. I think the main thing I'm hoping is that there's no push down here. Like a moto push down here with AMX 10s, with KTs, with Vickers, with Centauros. I think that would be the biggest threat. So I think I should scout here first. In that case, I could at least, hopefully, unload these in a town in time. Oh, no, you don't. Now my opponent thinks I have an infantry. No, well, Villager thinks I have an infantry CV. Okay, the Tobas in here, you can I think unload in there. The XA you can unload in there. Also these XAs in here. You just unload here for now. You try to unload there. You drive in here, the E90 stay back. You stay back here, and you drive up there. Also get some early mortars. Maybe I should have started with those. It's an MI2. Or an MI1? Probably an MI2. MI2 Rogue. Oh, this could be Baltic. This is a MI-24. This is it was an MI-24 with AA rockets. MI-24V, I think it has to be. Because the East German one is probably a prototype. What is this MI2 doing here? Why is there another MI2? Is it another Riken healer? He doesn't have a lot of stuff there. He started with 2 rows. Does he? Okay. Should know who I am. I literally have him on my friend list. You get back in there. What is this deck? Is this mech or armored? Probably out of those. Are you in mech or armored? Marines, motorized, airborne support, mechanized. He does. Oh shit! Right, I spotted the transport even. I'm an idiot. Okay, this died right because of the healer. I forgot. So this MI2 is probably trying to spot for a Bob if I had to guess. Let's just try to eliminate it. Oh, there it is. Oh, there's the MI-24V. I lost obviously to this. Hello, can you 2 fobs? Oh, this might be support. Beam 24s, oh boy. Interesting. I don't want to underestimate that deck. They have some good stuff available. Mr. Mordschützen. Gonna be tough to get in there. Oh, he might be overextending here with them. That's actually very good for me. Yes, 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 yes. He's not gonna expect the Ranikos to be there. I think I might win this. Maybe not. Maybe not. I underestimated them. I think I'm gonna... Oh, I can kill one of them so quickly though because it's still out in the open. Oh, yeah. I'm winning this. Okay, let's go. Get in there. Walk in there. Get reinforcements. The beam 24, whatever. That was like there and there, right? I don't think I'm actually gonna bother snapping it though. I think I'm better. I'm playing a pretty fast deck. I should be reasonably good against artillery, especially mixed red artillery. As good as the BM24 is, not, I would say, as impactful as some of the other artillery pieces in the game. Would probably reinforce the right pad though. At least get something like that. And like something here. The hind. Gotta be careful, there's probably still artillery here. Sorry, I need a gem squad in there, so I don't wanna put the E290 if I can avoid it into line of sight of that. Put you back. Yeah, there it is. Okay, good. Should be that. Yeah, no, it should be that. Okay. That's gonna get a lot of kills here. There's 2 hinds there, I think. And the MI2, of course. Oh, this might come out, get out alive. Ooh, this one. Okay, this one missed because I had... Oh, get you out of there. Oh, I forgot about you. Maybe they might... E290 can at least kill you? Oh, come on. Alright. I'm not sure if I like the trade, but at least I didn't lose it for nothing, you know? Also get a CV in here. Place you in there. Honestly, sneak around with you too. Start pressuring this. He has T-72s available. Oh, careful. Speaking of. Only T-72As. But they are available in single. I think I prefer to repair those squads before I repair the rebuild the E290. Hold you a bit back. He has like BM24s and such, so I want to avoid having... Okay, that's a lot of stuff there. I want to avoid having everything in like the same spot. Like the same couple of buildings. Actually, no, I should fight this. Oh, I just remembered, I can't even counter battery. I don't have the Gwastika. I went for the Grad. Behind again. Actually, give it ammo, give it ammo. Ammo! You may fire if you want to, you know. Okay, I don't know why I did that. That was not on purpose. I will have to move them basically after this missile though. That's definitely like prime artillery target. I heard I have these things. I forgot. Yeah, can you actually get a lot out alive here, buddy? That'd be sick, man. Kill the 500, it's at least something. Refill you. Keep the reinforcements up. Maybe I have you hover here so I have a better overview over what's up there, because currently I actually don't. Who's getting shot at? Okay, you. That's fine, that's fine. I guess I should probably play something here. Just in case. It's not expensive either. Yeah, I think you can move now. I originally didn't want to move you because of the hind there. But I have the E2 here now. This might be enough. Okay, I was thinking there for a second if I lost anything, but no, I didn't. Place one of you here, maybe? Alright. And put another 2 squads in there since I'm actually quite defenseless here. Well, let's not forget about the fact we have mortars. We just gotta keep them relatively close. I think this is a relatively safe zone even if it's out in the open. A lot of line of sight is being blocked by this thick forest. Whereas this is not safe at all, right? Actually split you up. He probably has a recon squad in there. I'm not sure if... And again, the mod shoots were relatively close. I'm just thinking how the T-72 has spotted me. That certainly not the tanks themselves. Oh, that's just the fire. Yeah, okay. Considering getting another CV to get a +2 gun would be neat. Yeah, I have better line of sight down here now. Okay, that's where the hind is as well. That is very good to know. I don't think I'm gonna bother counter-battering him. I kind of want to get my own grats though. Like, this is the reinforcement route down here. Probably still... I'm gonna attack with the one of you, and the other one I'm gonna keep here. It'll be annoying for reinforcements. Get more fire support. Oh, speaking of, this PGC 80s. Got caught just out in the open, so I took a full shot of damage there. That's annoying. Looks like he paid attention to it because the hind was also moving, obviously. You know what? Let's actually. Ooh, wow! I'm actually getting stunned. I guess it's because of the suppression I took just before. It's a shame, but that's why you get base defense. You know, it works. Just for another Eriko's in here. Don't want to have everything rely on a single Eton 90 when it comes to AA. With only 1 hour, right? You can lose it quicker than you might think. Maybe I should actually not bother as much with this sneaking and just try to... Okay, there we go. Very lucky there, I think, the route that they took there. I don't want to move out here because I'm too worried about this being spotted. I want to stick it to cover here. I might get spotted as soon as I fire, but it gives him enough ambush them. Ooh, you're getting shot at. Oh, but because of the XA there, okay. Yeah, let's get some stuff here. The question is what... He's investing a lot into helicopters. I killed so many, it still has 2 of 24 piece. That is quite odd. You know what, maybe this actually... There's not a lot there. Maybe we can actually consider pushing this. Because I don't want to just sit here. Keep sitting here. I want to put the pressure on him. Also, maybe if I kill something there, maybe I can bait those MI-24s into the Eton 90. Get my one of you. Hello there. Yeah, there's a Liran squad there. Hello. Right, and now I'm pretty sure there should be nothing killing the Eton 90. What's this? These MT2s. Oh, but I'm losing line of sight here. Splash, splash. You missed! Come on, 90%! Okay, come on, man. Like, the first one, lost line of sight. The other two, nothing of the sorts. 90%, 91% chances lost in a row. By the way, in a row. Fucking bullshit, dude. You know what? Move you over there. Jesus Christ, man. Don't supply the ammo there. Oh, what an angle with the helicopter there. Gee, I mean, maybe I should move like this way so I was out of range of the rocket pods. Oh, sorry, the missiles. But come on, buddy. Come on, man. MGF just try to stay there and cover. Come the frick on, dude. Get a mortar here. I want something to smog off these 80 gems there. Maybe there's more in there than I think, but I think... Oh boy, that's scary. Another fucking 24p, Jesus Christ. I can't afford. Oh, you're spotted. Oh, they're just out, just in front. Yikes. Like in front of the bush. Unfortunate. Because I don't think they would have been spotted otherwise. Get our own rocket pods here. They're at least not calm anymore. What are you shooting at? Oh, my mortars, in fact. Didn't realize that you were. It didn't look like you were to me, at least. You missed? Okay, that one hit. It just didn't kill him. Alright. Oh! Oh, I lost one of the mortars. I didn't even realize that. Get you to repairs and reinforce this. Give you some ammo. Okay. I don't know why he kept buying so many ammo. Wait, is he playing? No, the M1 is certainly not Cat C. Could this be Cat B? Hard to say because so much good stuff is just... Like, when something like a tank is available in support, it's also usually not modern either, right? So it kind of can look like it's kind of Cat C or B, when in reality it's just often not. Yeah, go for the supply truck. I should use them. Oh, I have another one there. When did I buy? Oh, I bought this instead of a mortar. That's funny. Oh, what did I lose this to? Why do you have your mortar? Wait, did you snipe this with your Osas from back there? No way, Jose. But just honestly, he has a MiG-29, but I'm hoping that he doesn't have radar A or something on the field so that he won't spot it very early and thus giving me lots of time to escape. Plus, I've 15 to 25, 15 HP. And he's only semi-active. Oh my god, he did a lot of damage. You spotted. Oh, those Lirena are still alive, huh? That explains it. I was also getting out alive. That's not too surprising, honestly. Get you into this town here, maybe. Maybe if I walk like this, I can get to them before they shoot at me with their MG. And because they outranged me, right? Looks like I killed it. I should probably also get... Oh, no, I didn't. I thought I capped it because it was uncapped and then capped, and I thought that once it got capped, that Boba just started to stand still. Doesn't appear to be the case here, though. Okay, let's move to the left and try to bait this over. No, I don't... Okay, that's not a lot. Yeah, there they are. I think I should win. Oh, stay in the forest. Move into CQC range. Look at the accuracy rise. Watch, watch, watch. Oh, right, it's only 1 meter or something. Well, I shouldn't actually do this. Send the Tova so I won't shoot at you. Just get you out of there alive. Stop playing shenanigans. Come on, man. You just... Okay, I'm sorry, like... Why do you get so many 24Ps against somebody who is... Against, like, Baltic? Where you... Like, it's not even like a Baltic deck where I don't have Eto 90s, right? I'm a Baltic deck with Erikois and Eto 90s and you got out of it. Why use so many Hinds? Like, I get you playing support, you don't have the best tools available, which is more than fair enough. But, like, come on, dude. You still haven't reloaded. Oh my god. Also, I'm floating a ton. Holy. Definitely we need reinforcements here. Move you up. Ow. To be fair, I also have pretty much no air detection on the field. Like, not particularly great air detection with what little I have. Get you out of there again. What's going on here? Oh, the Shanshi got in there. That's a shame. 25T? What the fuck? Probably should have the 5 bonus that are actually killing you. Oh, he probably thinks, oh, not my 290. Come on, get into the fucking building. Shinji. Side shot. Boop. A lot of stuff in there. You're still not done. That is really their biggest downside. They take forever to reload. I wanna wait until I have this available before I send it out. Oh boy, come on, get into line of sight, buddy. I think stuff was in there. Hello. Hello. Dirt here, let's go. Oh, those are some squads, okay. Actually, just move you in there for some ammo. It's not gonna be a lot, but it's something. Oh, you started the fire finally. Oh, that's not great. I mean, let's go Cherry here. Oh, this is a side shot. Yep. Oh no, not it wasn't, but it was a crit. I don't know if we kill this piece of shit though. %? I know. It's going great. There you go. And here the V, 80 gems presumably. Get you back to repair. Drive you in there to check it out, what's going on. That's the problem with stuff like Panzerovnitsi. Great, like really good DPS, like even against infantry, but like when fire support is involved suddenly, then hard to keep them alive. He says while he keeps losing charioteers. Okay, those are probably Ren, given that they're spotted. Like my guys are spotted. Do I have reinforcements coming? I don't. I should. So it's just its own fire support. Ow. He lost line of sight there, yeah. I did not at all pay attention to what's going on there, but soon both of these are gonna be ready. Shooting at the wrong target, buddy. Oh, both of them were even in range respectively. Wow, I did not realize that. Slash anticipate that. GG. I mean, we had a better deck, right? That's I don't think that's really a question. It really looked like it was just Congress M, yeah, it was red, just mixed red support by the looks of it. if I had to guess, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't. No, sorry, this was no. You must have been mixed red support. No Yugoslav units, no Finnish units. Okay. Oh, maybe it's on like a oh no, it can't be a Epic Games alt because then you'd have a different profile picture. Either way, it was mixed red support sans DLC decks, I guess. Like just off the top of my head, what would like Finland and or Yugoslavia give? Well, to be fair, a lot of their stuff, like support stuff that is really good, is prototyped. And stuff like Bob 3 you don't necessarily need. I think the biggest problem with red support is infantry-based AT. You don't get stuff like Proletary 90 or any Proletary. So I was surprised to not see any Moderates 90, but at the same time, with only 5 slots, when you don't get an availability bonus and lose so many activation points, hard to justify them as well. I guess he was using Panzer of Nietzsche instead. But let's take a quick look at the kills. That Edo 90. I mean, again, at the odd 90% shot missing, you're expecting that, but there was one very early missing. It wasn't 90, it was probably like 75 or something. I don't know. It was pretty high because base accuracy is 65%, not taking veterancy or range scaling into account, right? And then there were 90% chances in a row not hitting, right? It was just. Yeah. I was very fortunate that I early enough realized I should buy an air decoys in case I lose my E290. Again, there's a very good reason or like very good argument to be made that I should have moved it like more, not at like a 90, like a, let's say if it was looking forward, like 90 degrees to the left, but maybe more like I don't know, 120 degrees to the left. So it was like moving left and down instead of just straight left to increase the distance to the hinds. So I wouldn't be in ATGM range, but yeah. Oh, there was above 3 actually, so he was playing with DLC. What killed above 3? Niebieski Beretti. I mean, to be fair, why buy above 3 when your opponent doesn't buy any helicopters, right? I bought a single MI8. Jared here with the T-72 kill. Very nice. I mean, good game, but again, we had the better deck, right? Better side as well. Even though, again, I'm always saying, while I agree that the side that I had is better, I think sometimes it's a bit overplayed. But I'm actually curious what the deck looks like that my opponent played. Yeah, it was just red support, at least based off of the name. But I think we just deciphered that already. Okay, okay, let's take a look. Infantry CV. Not a single helicopter CV is surprising. I guess they're shocked, so that is a reason to take them. Still, I think look, this is really nitpicky, and almost nothing I'm gonna say or suggest would actually have had changed the outcome of the game, right? It was just he was on the back foot from the get-go. But just to give my 2 cents, if I were to build a deck, and again, a lot of these things won't really matter. Like this, for example, I'd probably not use this and instead use this because I value the transport being fast more than the infantry being shock. While they are faster and can like dodge stuff better, I think realistically it's not a huge deal. Then again, maybe there were Führungstruppe in the 1 pointer on the right, and my Avia was not able to kill them specifically because they were able to run fast. That might very much be the case. But honestly, I would have preferred this. And yeah, why take the ZSL when you have the BTR 60p? BTR has much better off-road speed, has a 50 cal, and the lack of top armor is incredibly irrelevant. SMH, huge misplay there. Huge misplay. No, it's mostly irrelevant. Wait, is this upvetted? Why is this upvetted? Oh, sorry. No, yeah, why is this upvetted? was this actually Boulanger playing or somebody in his set? Why are you updating this? You really think you won't need? I mean, that is just surprising. I find it odd that like don't get the top of the line tanks in the logistics tab when you're playing support. That feels like a, I don't know. Okay, only 4 cards of infantry. I mean, to be fair, you have only 45 activation points, so I can see why. And last squad slot is expensive. So if I were to run with only 4 cards, that is definitely, I think, a very reasonable slot, or like a way to run this. Oh, you don't even wait. You don't get. Oh no, they're prototype. Are they? I always forget if the 90s are prototyped because they definitely weren't always. But surely you'd get the. Yeah, now I'm curious. Did I forget something? No, they are prototyped. Okay. Now I'm confused, or because in the back of my mind they still are not prototyped. They haven't always been. I'm pretty sure they got prototyped because of their like rifle and primary weapon, which is like this fancy modern East German rifle that they made. Okay, support that. I mean, yeah, seems pretty standard. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if I'd personally upgrade this. Like, the accuracy is really nice, obviously, but having double the shots is like having so little volume. I think you might be better off just running something like a Mister instead than on Elite. Like, the main downside of the Mister is that it has lower accuracy than pretty much any other, or like most other 10-second aim time artillery pieces, right? Especially on Blue 4. On the other hand, it also reduces supply cost. Obviously, this is preference, right? And again, I don't think this would have made a huge difference. I mean, and it's just me speaking out of interest. I think, I guess you have this for 10 seconds aim time, but I think the Mister upgraded would be better. I think a single upgraded marker, even as nice as the accuracy is, sometimes you want a bit of inaccuracy, right? If a town block is a certain size, or you don't, or the opponent has a harder time dodging between 2 town blocks. On the other hand, of course, if you know exactly where something is, you can just kill an E290 with 1 shot, right? That's also a very fair argument, right? If you want to kill specifically anti-air or something, which very often has very little armor, you can just 1-shot it with a single shell or with the very first shot, which is of course very, very cool as well. So, you know, if that's the reasoning for it, then obviously that's fair. I just think something like this upgraded would be more versatile, or 2 of these unhardened would still be very accurate, but just, while of course you'd have to pay for 2 of them, I think having just a single tube artillery piece for long ranges, and that not being a 10 seconds aim time piece, or if it gets counter barried or something. Same with the Uragan. I think it would be too accurate on Elite. The thing with something like Uragan is that the individual rockets have like such a huge radius where they panic and stun that you don't want it to be that accurate, so you can stun a lot of area, unless of course you specifically want to kill in a relatively small area. But and you could argue that that's what a BM24 is for the inaccurate stuff. But I mean, like everything is, I would probably run as well, except for the Malka. I love the AA setup. PGC 80 could have definitely downloaded it. It doesn't benefit a whole lot from veterancy, and you can run out of them very quickly. Tank tab, obviously, M1 is the best one you get in here. The T72. Mati could have been an interesting choice. The problem with the Mati is it's just very slow, right? The Pion PSV has a stealth to make up for it, but the Mati lacks survivability as a result of that, and so armor, of course. It is an interesting option, though. Yeah, you don't get any great recon. I mean, this is a really good card. It's like arguably probably the best recon shock recon for Red 4. Arguably in the game, even. I'd still say Commandos Para are better. But, and maybe probably Rangers as well. The Cargo stuff is just a lot more consistent. But I think they're certainly third best when it comes to shock squads. Yeah, PNPSV is not in here. Vehicle tab, Polo definitely is worth considering if you get it. Oh, you don't. Oh, I remember now. I think we play Entente or Yugoslavia support, and I was smiling about not having the Polo. Or was it Red Force support? I don't know. I'm talking about the tracked Polo, not the wheeled one. I mean, this is solid, but I feel like if we don't have the tanks or infantry, then it's only gonna do so much. PTC could have been an option, arguably instead of the T72A. And again, you want the T72A for the medium optics, right? But the PTC is pretty nice to have. Maybe even instead of the M1, especially because you get 10 of it. Who knows? Then again, the M1s are gonna be really good for forest fights where your infantry is gonna be lacking. Helicopters, yeah, there's like 2 or 3 decent ones. Yeah, and all the Hinds have fixed guns except for the V. I'm surprised this isn't support, by the way. That's why I was not considering it so early on, it being support. At first I thought it was Eastern Bloc because I assumed this was the Hind, the East German DHS. Because you don't see this very often. It's still not amazing, but it's better than it was before because of better availability and a cheaper price. By before, I mean for the Italy patch. Yeah, I mean this is fine. Air tab, of course, you get the full air tab, and makes sense. The choices here. There's definitely an argument to be made to be cutting something out of here, like the BOV 3, for example. I think you could cut that, honestly. Like for cheap defense, you have the PGC 80s. For wheeled, you have E290 and OSAS. I think the BOV 3 is overkill for one more point. Something in the vehicle tab could have been really good, like a PTC. Or maybe another tube artillery option like the Mister for 10 seconds. Something like that. Or like running the Priest. Might be a bit overkill in a support deck when you have 2 MLRSs as well, because it kind of does a similar role to an MLRS, where it's like not necessarily the shock factor, but the big AoE factor that MLRS have when you're using it offensively to deal damage and not stun. But yeah, interesting deck for sure. I mean, a lot of these choices are like obvious choices that people have figured out these days. I think that the fact that it seems like you kind of have to run with only 4 cards of infantry really hurts. Either way, this is not the deck we played. Let's take a look at our deck again briefly. If I can find it. It's a great deck, right? If like just ignoring the context of Baltic Moto also existing, this is quite a solid deck for ranked. This is gonna deliver good results, unless you're playing on like Mudfight maybe. But also just like Baltic Moto exists, which kind of does the same thing but better. Yeah, you don't have the Niebieski in the top as to A, or the 10.80 gem infantry in a 5-pointer, but that's pretty much all you lose. But what you gain is just so much more. This is like a top tier or S tier deck, but it can hold its own in quite a few situations. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.